Hey, 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 love and light to each and every one of you guys. Welcome to the Dope Black Chick Podcast, your audio guide to releasing your dopeness. Hey guys, welcome to an episode of the Dope Black Chick. Keep in mind I did say an episode. First of all, let me just say, thank you for not killing me. I have been MIA for a minute. This year, 2019, has been amazing. So much so that I got kind of overwhelmed with a lot of things. I had a lot going on. And unfortunately, the Dope Black Chick Podcast had to take a couple steps back. And I'm going to break that down to you guys as we go through the show. But that will not happen again, okay? I'm honoring commitments. I'm honoring the commitment to my own commitments. So, with that being said, every week you'll be getting a new episode of the Dope Black Chick because, hey, it serves a bona fide purpose of enlightening and facilitating sisters in becoming their dopest versions of themselves. And who am I to withdraw that from you guys? So I wanted to give you guys this episode today to kind of, like I said, I will be sharing with you guys what kept me from delivering the show to you guys, because everything that I go through or experience in this journey, I see it as a learning point and opportunity. So I got a message about that thing, and I'm definitely going to share it with you guys. All right, so kick this thing off with this. I want to say we are now accepting sponsors for the Dope Black Chick podcast. So definitely, if you would like to have your business featured or sponsor an episode of the Dope Black Chick, please do so by contacting us at ihearthatgirl.com. Go on over to the website and contact us via email, and we'll definitely get you on that. I got a lot of things lined up for the Dope Black Chick. Of course, the Dope Black Chick picnic. The Dope Black Chick picnic is coming up in September. Yes, September will be here before you know it. So I'm just letting you know, get your stuff together, plan to be there. We will have limited access this year, and you want to be first in line. To do that, you will need to sign up for the mailing list, which is not open just yet, but it will be very, very soon. So stay tuned to the podcast to find out all that information. Website will be launching very soon. We had some technical drawbacks at the top of the year that kind of set us back on launching the Dope Black Chick website, but don't fret. Nothing will stop this train from going. So today's episode, we are talking about what's stopping you now. Yes, I wanted to give you this because we're in the at the end of the first quarter, heading into second quarter of the year, and yes, a lot of people's resolutions have fallen off, or you said you were going to get started in January, then you said maybe February, now it's March, and you still haven't done it yet, whatever the case may be. And look, I'm not the pot calling the kettle black, because I just told you I didn't do what I was supposed to be doing, and now I have to honor my commitment to my commitment. So trust me, I am coming from a place of, I know, sis, I'm there too. So today's topic, what's stopping you now, is really as transparent as I can be for you guys. I'm always trying to be transparent for you guys, and I'm hoping that you see yourself in me, because this is real life and this is what we go through. Okay, this is real life. No one honors their commitments 100% of the time. If they do, they're great people, but I haven't met anyone that honors their commitments 100% of the time. Not one person, not one. So we do want to strive to honor our commitments, but we have to be real about things. So I want to talk about procrastination. That's one of my biggest things. Procrastination, indignation, laziness, all of that good stuff. It just holds us or keeps us from pursuing our dreams. But what I have come to find is that ultimately it is up to you to change that cycle in your life. And I say you, meaning me as well, because this is something that I have definitely had to fight to overcome. Procrastination is the number one thing that I've had to deal with. I don't know what your particular thing is, but for me, procrastination was the hardest. I'm going to say because I really don't see it as a problem anymore. I still battle it daily. It's just like any kind of disease. I battle it daily to remain committed, consistent, and moving forward, right? So, how can I overcome procrastination? Well, number one is, yes, you can definitely overcome it. But I think as with almost everything that I discuss with you guys, I believe that acknowledgement is the number one key to ever overcoming something. So you have to acknowledge your procrastination and find out what is actually fueling this procrastination. Because if you look behind the door of procrastination, you'll see like what is keeping that thing going, like what makes you procrastinate. And for me, I'll be honest, like I'll think of 400 other things that will go wrong before I start thinking about even doing it. Sadly, that's a fact. It's like, I know, I'll give you something simple. Cooking, meal planning and stuff like that. So I have a financial coach. I'm working on purchasing a home in at the end of the year. So I have a financial coach, and I'm very adamant about doing everything that I need to do. Now, here's one of the biggest things. On my credit, I was going to contact some people to get some things taken off my credit, right? And the reason that I had procrastinated on doing it is because I was like, in my head, this is going to be such a hassle. I said that before I even knew the steps to do it. I said that before writing anything, before even talking to her. I said, this is going to be such a hassle. So I kept putting it off. So when I talked to her and she was like, oh yeah, just send a letter, they'll respond, and then you can either negotiate or they're more than likely they'll drop it. She gave me steps, right? How many steps is that? Like 4? And then she provided the addresses and all that stuff. So the first one was the hardest one to do because, again, I'm sitting there saying, this is going to be such a hassle. So she texted me and she said, so have you sent any messages out? I said, well, I'm going to do it. She was like, well, what's holding you back? What's keeping you from, at least sending the letter? Did you write the letter? I said, no, I haven't written the letter. She said, okay, well, what's stopping you from writing the letter? I said, well, this is just going to be very, very difficult. She said, yeah, it will be if you never write the letter. And so she said, well, how about do this for me? Can you at least write a letter? That's not difficult for you, is it? I said, no, it's not. She said, can you write one? You don't have to send it today. Just write it. So I did that. And then she said, okay, now that you have the letter, can you put it in the envelope for me? You don't have to send it. Just, put it in the envelope. Can you do that? I was like, oh yeah, I have that done today. So I did that. And then she was like, hey, I don't know if you have any stamps or anything, but can you throw that in the mailbox? I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So just that quickly, I got past the procrastination. I'm procrastinating over something that hasn't even taken place yet, but all I need to do is put the letter in the mail. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, first you got to acknowledge your procrastination, but then you have to find out what's fueling the procrastination. Because people don't just procrastinate. They don't do things for a certain reason. They put off doing something for a certain reason. When we were all in school and we procrastinated in studying or preparing for a test, we did that because we wanted to play outside more. That's fueling your procrastination. I don't want to go inside and study because I am fueling my procrastination. I want to go outside. Okay. And then 2, I think the test is going to be too hard. It's going to take forever to learn this. That's usually the number one thing we say is it's going to take forever to learn this. And because of that thought, we don't even get started just trying to read the first chapter or the first page because we're like, oh man, they got us reading like 5 chapters today. That's too long. So you're thinking about the wrong thing instead of just getting started. I hope that kind of hits home for you because it definitely hit home for me. So with me and my procrastination, even when it came to, being a consistent blog writer, like, why are you not putting your blogs out? Because I feel like I don't have enough time in the day to write these blogs and it's going to take forever to write these blogs. That's usually the first thing that comes to my head is that it will take forever to write the blog, right? And if I say that, it does take me forever to write the blog post. But when I just sit down and I had a great experience and I'm just sitting down and just typing about that experience, I can usually get a blog post done within like 10, 15 minutes. So procrastination, find out what is fueling your procrastination. Another thing, what is the fear? The fear of what we think will stop us is usually that thing that continues to keep us procrastinating or putting it off because we're so worried about that thing. So do the one thing. That's the only thing that I can give you is to do the one thing. For me, let's even say with this show today, like procrastinating recording your show. And I'll tell you why I was procrastinating on the Dope Black Chick. I procrastinated on the Dope Black Chick because I was like, I had planned this amazing live stream show for you guys. It was going to be on YouTube, Facebook Live, Instagram, like all of that. And it was going to be all pretty with, captions and I was really setting it up for you guys, right? And I invested money in this thing and time. So I set back the show because I said, I don't want to do the show until we have this done, right? Wrong. I should have just did the one thing. I should have continued to give you guys the content, the podcast, until my platform to go live streaming and all that was ready, but I didn't. So do the one thing. If the main goal is to continue with the podcast, although we're trying to make the podcast better, why not just record the podcast? Do the one thing. Just one. Even if it doesn't mean editing the show today, if it just means recording it, record the show, edit later, but do the one thing, right? Or for me, outline the show, outline what you're going to talk about. Don't have to record today, but at least outline it. And I did that, guys. And when I outline now, I can outline for like 3, 4, 5 different shows. And they're already outlined. I may not record them all, but they're already outlined. So when I'm ready to sit down and record, I can just record. Boom, 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 and go through my book, right? So do the one thing. That's the biggest key I could drop for you guys today. Here's another one. Expect the pushback. Prepare for it. Like, expect for your mind to go to the things that could possibly go wrong. I would try to be a great positive person and say, no, always think positively. Look, I'm not going to tell you that because the fact of the matter is our minds do that. It thinks about, this is going to be difficult. This is going to take a little time. This is going to do this and that. Like, if you prepare for that thought, though, then you'll have a comeback for it. So my comeback is, and keep it moving. Like, do the one thing. Repeat that over and over again. Put it on your walls and say, do the one thing. I have a sticky note that says, keep your commitment to your commitments. Like, whatever you need to reinforce the idea that, yes, it may seem daunting, but we can do it. then have that around you, but prepare for the pushback. Like, expect the pushback and prepare for it, okay? Just know that you have a comeback to the negative thing that you may hear. And then start feeling yourself. Like, tell yourself that you are capable. That you are capable. I am worthy. I am capable. I can do this thing. My procrastination's in the way, but I can do this thing. Yeah, I have a Google Home Mini, and she's like talking through my podcast, which is interesting. But I didn't call her. But yeah, there are things that you can do. And then here's two more things, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. You won't crush it every day. You're not going to be 100% committed every day. Sorry. Like I said, I have a sticky note that says keep your commitment to your commitments for a reason, because I'm not 100% committed every day. There are days when I really want to crush it, and I'm like, you're going to get out there and you're going to do this thing, and then time gets away from me or something happens and I don't do it. Am I going to beat myself up about it? No, I'm going to say, oh, I didn't do that today, but I can crush it tomorrow. You know, you just have to understand that you're just not going to crush it every day. That doesn't mean that you're a failure, you're a loser. That just means you just didn't do it today. But honor your commitments to your commitment, and then try to do that the next day. And then finally, which is a piggyback on the fact that you won't crush it every day, is give yourself room to fail. I get so many DMs and new clients that beat themselves up about the fact that they feel like failures. Okay? Give yourself room to fail. I have tried so many things in my time on this planet, in this journey. I've tried so many things that have failed. They were cool, and they did, I thought it was the greatest thing ever. I put a lot of time and patience into it, and it didn't work. I was supposed to have a Grammy. I don't have one. But you know what? I don't feel like a failure. I don't feel like I failed. I still got out there. I still did a lot of recording. I did a lot of artist development, which I'm really good at right now. And all of these, like, showcasing and production and just the entertainment value, all those things that I learned along the way of trying to get that Grammy that I never got. Is there some resentment in my voice? No. But all that chasing really still taught me some valuable things. I don't feel like a failure, but I just didn't make that mark. That just wasn't for me. It catapulted me into a different direction. But give yourself room to fail. Like, it's not over because whatever you attempted to do did not work out. It's not over. You got another opportunity, or you can try something different. Okay? So that is pretty much going to wrap up today's podcast. And I guess it's just really on procrastination. So what's stopping you now? Stop being a procrastinator. Ultimately, it's up to you. You can really change the trajectory of your life, but you've got to be willing to do that. You've got to be willing to say, I want something different. And I'm hoping that that's something that you guys want. I don't want to end the show without giving you some positive affirmations to take with you. Remember, I said you got to have something to expect the pushback and to prepare for it, to have yourself a comeback. So here are some affirmations. Okay, here you go, guys. I love who I am. I love who I have the potential to be even more. I love who I am. I love who I have the potential to be even more. I am ready to start beefing with procrastination. It cannot rule me. I am ready to start beefing with procrastination. It cannot rule me. I'm not perfect, but I love my imperfections too. I'm not perfect, but I love my imperfections too. All right, guys, I hope that those affirmations can help you fight procrastination and beef it up with it, and take you through your day to begin to honor your commitments to your commitments. All right. So until next time, guys, make sure that you follow us on iTunes, share the podcast, and follow us on Instagram at Isis_Thomas, and also visit the website IHearThatGirl.com. Until next time, peace and blessings.